Hey guys, tonight we delve into the daily routine of one of history's most intriguing figures, Leonardo da Vinci. Picture this dawn's first light breaking over the horizon as you, an observer from the modern world, watch Leonardo rise from his simple wooden bed. Perhaps you're imagining the scent of Renaissance Florence wafting through the air, a blend of fresh morning dew and the distant hustle of a city stirring to life. You might think you'd survive a day in the life of this Renaissance man, but be warned, Leonardo's pace is not for the faint of heart. So before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Feel free to share your location and local time in the comments below. Now dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. As you imagine yourself stepping into Leonardo's world, you find him already awake even before the sun fully graces the sky. His day starts not with a jarring alarm, but with an internal rhythm tuned to the quiet whispers of dawn. In the stillness, he transitions from the world of dreams to reality, a practice that historians still argue whether he found refreshing or merely a necessity. Leonardo's morning begins with a short meditation, a contemplative pause that sets the tone for the day ahead. It's not the meditation with yoga mats and incense you might picture, but a simple, mindful appreciation of the world around him. He listens to the soft rustling of leaves outside his window and the gentle cooing of pigeons. This is Leonardo's way of grounding himself, a moment of calm before a day filled with relentless inquiry and creativity. As you trudge along, you notice that Leonardo's room is sparse yet functional. The walls are adorned with sketches and notes, a testament to his incessant curiosity. A wooden chair and a table stand in the corner, cluttered with papers and charcoal sticks, tools of his trade. The simplicity of his surroundings reflects his belief that one should not be encumbered by material possessions, a notion that might make you glance guiltily at your cluttered bedside table. Leonardo's attire for the day is deliberate yet practical. He opts for a simple tunic, comfortable and conducive to a day of work. His choice of clothing reflects his focus on utility over fashion, although he possesses an aesthetic sense that would make him a fashion influencer by today's standards. As you observe, you might chuckle, imagining Leonardo scrolling through an online catalog, critiquing the latest trends. Once dressed, Leonardo moves with purpose to his work area. He starts his day not with the breakfast cereal or coffee you're accustomed to, but with a sip of water and perhaps a piece of fruit if available. His approach to sustenance is as minimalistic as his surroundings, driven by necessity rather than indulgence. You might find yourself contemplating the wisdom in such simplicity, especially as you recall the last extravagant brunch you indulged in. With morning rituals complete, Leonardo turns to his journals. These are not mere diaries, but expansive canvases filled with sketches, ideas, and reflections. You watch as he flips through pages, pausing to annotate or refine a drawing. It's a practice that underscores his belief in the power of observation, a notion that modern scientists and artists alike continue to revere. As the day unfolds, Leonardo's energy is palpable. His mind is a whirlwind of ideas, each one demanding attention. You might feel a bit overwhelmed trying to keep pace with his thoughts, which leap effortlessly from one discipline to another. This is the essence of Leonardo da Vinci, a man whose curiosity knows no bounds. Amidst this flurry of activity, Leonardo takes time to step outside. The streets of Florence are alive with the sounds of merchants setting up their stalls, children playing, and the occasional clatter of horse-drawn carts. Leonardo walks with a purpose, yet he's ever the observer, his eyes scanning the environment for inspiration. Whether it's the way light filters through the leaves or the intricate patterns of a cobblestone path, every sight is a potential catalyst for his next masterpiece. As you follow, you might catch him pausing to speak with a passerby, exchanging pleasantries, or discussing the latest news. Leonardo is a man of the people equally at home in the company of nobles or commoners. His charm is effortless, his curiosity infectious. It's easy to see why he's as much a social fixture as he is a solitary genius. Returning from his morning walk, Leonardo is invigorated, ready to tackle the day's challenges. Whether he's perfecting a painting or devising a new invention, his work is characterized by a meticulous attention to detail. You watch in awe as he picks up a brush, his hands steady, his focus unwavering. Each stroke is deliberate, each color carefully chosen. In this moment, you might feel the weight of history, the realization that you're witnessing the routine of a man whose work will transcend centuries. Leonardo's morning is not just a prelude to his accomplishments, but a reflection of his philosophy, an embrace of simplicity, observation, and boundless curiosity. And so, as the morning sun rises higher in the sky, you prepare to follow Leonardo into the next phase of his day, eager to see what the afternoon will bring. But for now, take a moment to reflect on the quiet beginnings of a day in the life of this extraordinary man, and perhaps carry a piece of his morning wisdom into your own routine. As the morning gives way to the full embrace of daylight, you find yourself immersed in the peculiarities of Leonardo's daily rhythm. One of the most fascinating aspects of his routine is his unconventional sleep schedule. Leonardo da Vinci was known for his polyphasic sleep pattern, a practice that defies the typical 8-hour stretch most of us rely on. Instead, Leonardo divided his sleep into short naps throughout the day and night, a method that, according to some theories, allowed him to maximize his waking hours for creativity and study. Imagine trying to keep up with such a schedule. The idea of napping every few hours might sound appealing at first, especially on a lazy Sunday afternoon when the couch practically calls your name. But in Leonardo's world, this wasn't about leisure. It was a calculated approach designed to extend his productivity, though historians still argue whether it was driven by necessity or simply a product of his restless genius. As you observe Leonardo's day, you notice how seamlessly he integrates these micro naps into his routine. The concept might remind you of college all-nighters or the frenetic pace of startup life, where sleep is often sacrificed at the altar of ambition. Yet for Leonardo, these brief periods of rest were like hitting a mental reset button, allowing him to return to his work with renewed vigor. In between his bursts of creativity, Leonardo finds quiet corners to rest his eyes. You can almost see him reclining in his studio, surrounded by sketches and tools, as he slips into a light slumber. It's a practice that might seem odd to us, accustomed as we are to solid blocks of sleep, punctuated by an annoying alarm clock. But for Leonardo, these moments are vital, a chance to let his subconscious mind roam free, perhaps even offering up solutions to the problems he grapples with during his waking hours. One can't help but wonder about the dreams that visited him during these naps. Did they inspire his art or fuel his inventions? Leonardo himself was fascinated by dreams, often pondering their significance and what they revealed about the human psyche. It's a curiosity that aligns perfectly with his inquisitive nature, a man who constantly sought to understand the world around him in its entirety. In modern terms, Leonardo's sleep pattern might be likened to the Uberman schedule, a polyphasic approach adopted by a few adventurous souls seeking to emulate the master's legendary productivity. Of course, the idea of waking up multiple times a night might make you cringe imagining the sheer effort required to pry yourself from a warm bed. And yet there's something undeniably intriguing about the notion, especially if it means unlocking even a fraction of Da Vinci's brilliance. During these intervals of wakefulness, Leonardo doesn't waste a moment. He dives back into his work with a fervor that's almost palpable. Whether it's sketching out a new design or jotting down observations, every task is approached with an intensity that belies the brevity of his rest. As you follow along, it becomes clear that this unique rhythm is more than just a quirk of character. It's a reflection of Leonardo's deep-seated belief that life is a precious commodity, one not to be squandered on unnecessary slumber. His was a life lived on the edge of discovery, where every waking moment was an opportunity to explore, create, and understand. Yet despite the rigorous demands of such a lifestyle, Leonardo's approach was not without its critics. Some contemporaries questioned the sustainability of his sleep habits, arguing whether they might lead to burnout or diminish the quality of his work. It's a debate that echoes through the ages as modern scholars and sleep experts continue to study the effects of polyphasic sleep. As the day progresses, you see how Leonardo capitalizes on the time gained from his unconventional schedule. Each hour is a canvas on which he paints the strokes of his genius, whether through art, science, or invention. It's a testament to his inexhaustible curiosity and the lengths he was willing to go to in pursuit of knowledge. In witnessing Leonardo's routine, you might find yourself reflecting on your own relationship with sleep. Perhaps you'll consider the balance between rest and productivity and whether there might be room for a little more curiosity in your own day-to-day life. As the sun begins its descent, casting long shadows across the streets of Florence, you prepare to accompany Leonardo into the next chapter of his day. But for now, take a moment to appreciate the rhythm of his life, a dance between rest and wakefulness, creativity and contemplation. It's a reminder that even the most extraordinary lives are shaped by the simplest of routines. As your journey through Leonardo's day continues, you find yourself pondering the art of breakfast, a seemingly mundane aspect of daily life, yet one that offers intriguing insights into Leonardo's character. Picture yourself in a modest kitchen, the air infused with the earthy aroma of freshly baked bread, and perhaps a hint of fruit. Unlike the bustling breakfast routines we know today, Leonardo's morning meal is a simple affair, reflecting his belief in moderation and balance. Leonardo approaches breakfast much like he does everything else, with thoughtful consideration and a touch of curiosity. While there are no detailed records of his exact culinary preferences, it's believed that his meals were simple yet nourishing. Imagine him reaching for a slice of bread, perhaps paired with cheese or fruit, a humble yet satisfying start to his day. It's a far cry from the lavish spreads of eggs and bacon or the sugary cereals that might grace your own breakfast table. You might chuckle imagining Leonardo navigating a modern-day breakfast buffet, pondering the merits of a kale smoothie versus an avocado toast. It's a curious thought, but one that highlights his penchant for simplicity. Leonardo's approach to food was likely influenced by his belief in the interconnectedness of body and mind, a concept that resonates with today's wellness trends. While Leonardo might not have had access to the superfoods we idolize now, he understood the importance of a balanced diet. In fact, some historical accounts suggest that he was a vegetarian, a notion that colors your view of his meal choices. Whether this was due to ethical considerations or health beliefs, historians still debate. But the idea of Leonardo skipping the meat for a more plant-based approach seems fitting for a man who often pondered the mysteries of the natural world. As you imagine him sitting at his table, you might notice a sketchbook never far from reach. Even during breakfast, Leonardo's mind is active, capturing fleeting moments of inspiration. Perhaps a doodle of a fruit's texture, or an idea sparked by the play of light through a window. For Leonardo, inspiration could strike at any time, and he was always ready to seize it. Sometimes Leonardo's breakfast was a solitary affair, offering a quiet moment of reflection before the day's demands took hold. Other times he shared this time with friends or patrons, engaging in lively discussions that nourished both body and mind. You can almost hear the animated conversations as ideas are exchanged over the simple fare. Each meal a small symposium of thoughts and theories. Leonardo's appreciation for the mundane moments of life is what makes his routine so relatable. In an age where meals are often rushed or skipped, his ability to savor the moment serves as a gentle reminder to slow down and appreciate the simple pleasures. It's a notion that might inspire you to linger a bit longer over your morning coffee, perhaps even turning breakfast into a mini meditation. The quirks of Leonardo's breakfast habits extend beyond the food itself. It's said that he sometimes used meals as an opportunity to test his inventions, perhaps a new kitchen gadget or an improved design for a dining utensil. Imagine him tinkering with a proto-fork or a uniquely shaped knife, his mind ever at work even in moments of rest. This playful curiosity is a testament to his boundless creativity, a trait that set him apart not just as an artist, but as a true Renaissance man. As breakfast concludes, Leonardo is ready to embrace the day ahead. His morning meal, though simple, has provided the fuel he needs for a day of exploration and discovery. You might smile realizing that even the most extraordinary figures in history needed sustenance, their greatness built on the foundation of everyday habits. As you prepare to follow Leonardo into the next phase of his day, take a moment to reflect on the art of breakfast in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in Leonardo's approach, turning a routine meal into a mindful ritual. After all, it's these small, often overlooked details that weave the tapestry of a life well lived, much like the intricate patterns of a Da Vinci masterpiece. With his breakfast concluded, Leonardo turns his attention to dressing for the day. In an era where clothing was as much about practicality as it was about presentation, Leonardo's attire choices reveal yet another facet of his multifaceted personality. Imagine him standing in his modest chamber, the morning light casting soft shadows as he selects his garments with a blend of functionality and understated elegance. Leonardo's wardrobe is not vast, but each piece is chosen with care. He typically dons a simple tunic, often in muted earth tones, that reflect his connection to the natural world. The fabric is well worn, yet maintained, a testament to his appreciation for quality over quantity. You might smile imagining how his minimalist approach to fashion would resonate in today's world of capsule wardrobes and sustainable clothing. As you observe, you notice how Leonardo's choice of attire is not just about aesthetics, but also serves a practical purpose. His garments allow for ease of movement, an important consideration for a man whose days are spent in creative pursuits. Whether he's bending over a canvas or sketching a new invention, his clothing must accommodate the fluidity of his work. In addition to his tunic, Leonardo often wears a cloak, a versatile garment that provides warmth and adds an air of sophistication. The cloak is a staple of his wardrobe, its flowing lines echoing the graceful curves found in his art. You might chuckle imagining Leonardo twirling his cloak with a flourish, a Renaissance superhero of sorts ready to conquer the challenges of the day. Leonardo's grooming routine is equally methodical. While he may not have access to the plethora of grooming products lining modern bathroom shelves, he takes pride in his appearance. His hair, often described as long and flowing, is kept clean and neatly tied back. It's a style that speaks to both practicality and a hint of artistic flair, a look that might even land him on the cover of a fashion magazine today. As you watch him prepare, you notice a small mirror resting on a table, a luxury at the time reflecting not only his visage, but his introspective nature. It's easy to imagine Leonardo pausing for a moment, gazing into the mirror, not out of vanity, but as an artist studying form and light. For Leonardo, every reflection is a study, every detail, a lesson in the art of observation. Leonardo's daily attire also serves as a canvas for self-expression, albeit in a subtle way. He occasionally adorns himself with a simple piece of jewelry, perhaps a ring or a brooch, each piece carefully chosen for its symbolism or personal significance. It's a reminder that even in simplicity, there is room for personal flair, a notion that might inspire you to rethink how you express yourself through fashion. As Leonardo completes his morning preparations, you realize that his approach to dressing is not just about clothing, but a reflection of his values. It's about finding harmony between form and function, a philosophy that permeates every aspect of his life. In a world preoccupied with appearances, Leonardo's understated elegance speaks volumes. With his attire secured, Leonardo is ready to step into the world, a figure of quiet confidence and understated charm. His clothing may be simple, but it serves as a fitting ensemble for a man whose true brilliance lies within a brilliance that will unfold throughout the day as he navigates the realms of art, science, and invention. As you prepare to follow Leonardo into his creative endeavors, take a moment to consider how your own choices in attire reflect your personality and values. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in Leonardo's philosophy, embracing simplicity and functionality in your own life. After all, as Leonardo shows us, true style is timeless, transcending trends to capture the essence of one's character. With the morning rituals complete, and Leonardo, now dressed for the day, he turns his attention to one of his favorite pursuits, invention and sketching. This is the time when his mind, freshly invigorated, unleashes a torrent of creativity onto the pages of his notebooks. You can almost feel the energy in the room, a quiet intensity that crackles with the promise of discovery. Leonardo's workspace, though modest, is a treasure trove of ideas waiting to be realized. The table is strewn with parchment charcoal sticks and quills, each item bearing witness to countless hours of exploration and experimentation. Imagine standing beside him, peering over his shoulder as he sketches furiously, his hand moving with a dexterity that seems almost otherworldly. Today, Leonardo is focused on a new mechanical design. It might be a flying machine inspired by the birds he observes during his morning walks, or perhaps an innovative pulley system to aid in construction. His mind flits from one concept to another with the ease of a bird in flight, each idea more ambitious than the last. It's a sight to behold, and you might find yourself wondering if the gears in his mind ever truly stop turning. Despite the seemingly chaotic array of sketches, there's a method to Leonardo's madness. His notebooks are more than mere collections of drawings. They are repositories of his genius, filled with intricate diagrams, annotations, and musings. These pages offer a glimpse into his thought process, a blend of art and science that challenges the boundaries of both disciplines. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo is that he left behind thousands of pages of notes and sketches, each one a testament to his insatiable curiosity. These notebooks cover everything from anatomy to hydraulics, offering insights into the mind of a man who saw no distinction between art and science. It's a legacy that continues to inspire inventors and artists alike, a reminder of the power of interdisciplinary thinking. Among the more quirky entries in his notebooks are designs for fantastical machines that seem plucked from the pages of a science fiction novel. Take, for instance, his sketches of a giant crossbow or a scuba diving suit, concepts that were far ahead of their time. While some of these ideas were never realized, they showcase Leonardo's willingness to dream big, to imagine what others deemed impossible. As you watch Leonardo work, you might find yourself pondering the nature of creativity itself. How does one man envision so much and with such clarity? Historians still argue whether Leonardo's prolific output was a result of innate genius or the product of relentless effort. Perhaps it's a bit of both, a natural talent honed through years of disciplined practice and unyielding curiosity. While Leonardo's sketches are undeniably impressive, what truly sets him apart is his ability to see the world in unique ways. He doesn't just draw what he sees, he interprets, analyzes, and reconstructs, creating a dialogue between reality and imagination. It's a skill that not only informs his art, but also his inventions, each design a reflection of his holistic view of the world. As the morning stretches into afternoon, Leonardo pauses to review his work. With a critical eye, he examines each line, each detail, seeking perfection. You might chuckle at the thought of him wielding a red pen, marking up his own sketches as a teacher would a student's paper. But for Leonardo, this process of revision is essential, a step toward realizing his visions in the physical world. The room is silent save for the gentle scratch of charcoal against parchment and the occasional rustle of paper. It's a moment of pure focus where time seems to still and the only thing that matters is the work at hand. It's a reminder that even in a world filled with distractions, there is beauty in the quiet pursuit of creation. As Leonardo sets aside his tools, ready to embark on the next phase of his day, you feel a sense of awe at the scope of his imagination. His morning of invention is not just a testament to his genius, but a celebration of the human spirit's capacity to dream, to explore, and to create. As you prepare to follow him into the afternoon, take a moment to reflect on your own creative pursuits. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in Leonardo's example, daring to dream a little bigger, to sketch your own ideas onto the canvas of possibility. After all, as Leonardo shows us, the only limits are the ones we impose upon ourselves. With the morning's burst of invention and creativity behind him, Leonardo shifts his focus to the heart of his artistic endeavors, the studio. This is where the magic truly happens, a space that hums with the potential of unfinished masterpieces and the echoes of ideas yet to be born. As you step inside, you're enveloped by a sense of anticipation, like stepping onto the stage of a grand theater just before the curtain rises. The studio is a sanctuary of sorts, a place where Leonardo can immerse himself fully in his work. The walls are lined with canvases in various stages of completion, each one a testament to his versatility as an artist. From delicate portraits to grand historical scenes, the diversity of his work is astounding. You can almost feel the weight of history in the room, each piece a silent witness to the passage of time. The atmosphere in the studio is one of focused energy, a space where creativity flows freely. The air is tinged with the scent of oil paints and varnish, a sensory reminder of the labor that goes into each brushstroke. Sunlight streams through the windows, casting a warm glow over the room and illuminating the vibrant colors on Leonardo's palette. It's a scene that invites you to linger, to watch the master at work. Leonardo's approach to painting is as meticulous as it is intuitive. He begins by carefully preparing his materials, mixing pigments to achieve just the right hue. It's a process that requires patience and precision, a bit like a chef crafting a signature dish. You might chuckle imagining Leonardo as a culinary artist in another life, his palette replaced by a spice rack. As he begins to paint, Leonardo's focus is absolute. Each stroke is deliberate, each color choice calculated to evoke a specific emotion or effect. It's a practice that underscores his belief in the power of observation, a skill honed through his studies of anatomy and nature. You find yourself captivated by the fluidity of his movements, the way his hand seems to dance across the canvas with a life of its own. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo's studio work is his use of sfumato, a technique that creates a soft, blurred transition between colors and tones. This method, which he famously employed in the Mona Lisa, gives his paintings a lifelike quality, as if the figures could step off the canvas at any moment. It's a testament to his mastery of light and shadow, a skill that continues to inspire artists to this day. Amidst the more conventional aspects of his studio practice, Leonardo's workspace is also home to some quirky elements. For instance, he often used animal models to study movement and form a practice that might surprise you as you imagine a menagerie of creatures accompanying him in his artistic pursuits. It's a reminder of his relentless curiosity, a desire to understand the world in its entirety, from the majestic to the mundane. As you observe, you might ponder how Leonardo manages to maintain such a high level of productivity and creativity. Historians still argue whether it was his disciplined routine or a natural gift that allowed him to achieve so much. Perhaps it's a combination of both, a testament to the power of passion and perseverance. The studio is also a place of collaboration where Leonardo often works alongside his apprentices. These young artists are eager to learn from the master, assisting with tasks and absorbing his techniques. It's a dynamic environment, one that fosters learning and innovation. You might imagine yourself as one of these apprentices, soaking up knowledge like a sponge, eager to emulate Leonardo's brilliance. As the afternoon progresses, Leonardo pauses to step back and assess his work. It's a moment of reflection where he considers the balance of composition and the interplay of colors. You might chuckle at the thought of him squinting at the canvas like a detective piecing together a mystery. For Leonardo, every painting is a puzzle, a challenge to be solved through creativity and skill. With the day's work nearing completion, Leonardo sets down his brush, satisfied with his progress. The studio, once filled with the sounds of creation, now rests in quiet anticipation of the next session. It's a space that embodies the spirit of Renaissance art, a blend of tradition and innovation, a celebration of the human capacity to imagine and create. As you prepare to leave the studio and follow Leonardo into the next chapter of his day, take a moment to reflect on the power of art in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in Leonardo's dedication, embracing creativity in whatever form it takes. After all, as Leonardo shows us, art is not just a profession, but a way of seeing the world, a lens through which we can explore the depths of our imagination. As the day unfolds, Leonardo's studio becomes a hive of activity, and you find yourself observing the dynamic interactions between the master and his apprentices. These young artists are more than just assistants. They are disciples eager to learn from one of the greatest minds of their time. Their presence adds a layer of vibrancy to the studio, a bustling atmosphere of shared ambition and creativity. Leonardo, ever the mentor, balances instruction with inspiration. He guides his apprentices through the intricacies of technique, whether it's the delicate blending of colors or the precise lines of a sketch. As you watch, you can almost hear him dispensing advice, his voice a blend of authority and encouragement. His teachings are not just about the mechanics of art, but about cultivating a way of thinking, a philosophy that emphasizes observation and curiosity. These apprentices are an integral part of Leonardo's world, assisting with the more laborious tasks of preparing canvases and mixing pigments. It's a collaborative effort, each apprentice contributing to the collective goal of creating something extraordinary. You might chuckle imagining them as a Renaissance version of a modern-day startup team, each member playing a crucial role in bringing a vision to life. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo's apprentices is that among them were notable artists in their own right, such as Gian Giacomo Caprotti, known as Salai, who was not only an apprentice, but also a model for several of Leonardo's works. Their relationships with Leonardo were complex, a blend of mentorship, camaraderie, and sometimes rivalry. It's a dynamic that adds depth to the studio's atmosphere, a reminder that even in the pursuit of art, human relationships are a vital component. Beyond the traditional aspects of mentorship, Leonardo's studio is also a place where unconventional ideas are welcomed. He encourages his apprentices to explore their own creative impulses, fostering an environment where innovation thrives. This openness to new ideas is part of what makes Leonardo such an effective teacher, his willingness to learn from those around him as much as they learn from him. As you continue to observe, you notice how Leonardo's interactions with his apprentices are not just limited to the technical aspects of art. He often engages them in discussions about philosophy, science, and the natural world, encouraging them to see art as an interdisciplinary pursuit. It's a holistic approach to learning, one that resonates with today's emphasis on STEAM science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics education. The studio becomes a microcosm of Renaissance thought, a place where art and science intermingle. Leonardo's apprentices are exposed to a world of ideas, from anatomical studies to architectural designs. It's a rich tapestry of knowledge, each thread woven into the fabric of their artistic development. You might find yourself wishing for a similar experience, a chance to learn in such an inspiring and intellectually stimulating environment. Historians still argue whether Leonardo's teaching methods were structured or more improvisational. Some suggest that he preferred a more organic approach, allowing his apprentices to learn by doing, while others believe he adhered to a more traditional curriculum. Regardless of the method, the results speak for themselves, as many of his apprentices went on to become accomplished artists in their own right. As the afternoon wears on, the studio is filled with the hum of creative energy, the sound of brushes against canvas, and the quiet murmur of conversation. It's a scene that embodies the spirit of collaboration, a reminder that even the greatest artists do not work in isolation, but draw strength and inspiration from those around them. As Leonardo prepares to transition to the next part of his day, you feel a sense of gratitude for the opportunity to witness this unique environment. The studio, with its blend of tradition and innovation, is a testament to the power of mentorship and the enduring legacy of shared knowledge. As you follow Leonardo and his apprentices into the next chapter, consider the impact of mentorship in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in their example, seeking opportunities to learn from others and share your own insights. After all, as Leonardo's studio shows us, the pursuit of knowledge is a shared journey, one that enriches both the teacher and the student. As the sun reaches its zenith, marking the midpoint of the day, Leonardo takes a moment to enjoy a much-deserved break for lunch. This midday meal, though simple, provides a welcome respite from the intensity of his morning endeavors. You find yourself accompanying him to a modest table where the focus is not on grandeur, but on nourishment and reflection. Leonardo's approach to lunch is as deliberate as his approach to art. While the specifics of his diet remain a subject of speculation, it's likely that his meals were straightforward yet balanced, reflecting his belief in the importance of caring for the body. Picture a spread of fresh bread, a selection of local cheeses, and perhaps a bowl of olives, foods that are both nourishing and pleasing to the palate. As you sit across from him, you notice how Leonardo savors each bite, eating with a mindfulness that's rare in today's fast-paced world. It's a practice that might inspire you to slow down and truly appreciate your own meals, transforming a routine act into a moment of meditation. You might chuckle at the thought of Leonardo critiquing the modern habit of dining in front of a screen, advocating instead for the art of mindful eating. During lunch, Leonardo often engages in conversation with those around him, whether apprentices, patrons, or fellow scholars. These discussions are as much a part of the meal as the food itself, a chance to exchange ideas and insights. You can almost hear the animated dialogue topics ranging from the latest news in Florence to philosophical debates that challenge the mind. One quirky tidbit about Leonardo's dining habits is his alleged penchant for experimenting with food combinations, a precursor to the culinary fusions we see today. Imagine him pondering the flavor profiles of different ingredients, his culinary curiosity mirroring his artistic experimentation. It's a reminder that creativity knows no bounds extending even to the realm of gastronomy. As you listen to the conversation, you realize that lunch is not just about sustenance, but a chance to recharge both physically and mentally. For Leonardo, these moments of relaxation are vital, allowing him to return to his work with renewed energy. It's a practice that modern wellness advocates would applaud, emphasizing the need for balance in our daily lives. Leonardo's thoughts on nutrition are not just limited to his own diet, but reflect a broader philosophy about the interconnectedness of body and mind. He believes that what we consume has a direct impact on our well-being, a notion that aligns with today's emphasis on holistic health. You might find yourself nodding in agreement, contemplating the wisdom in his approach. Historians still argue whether Leonardo's dietary choices were influenced by health considerations or ethical beliefs. Some suggest that his preference for plant-based foods was a reflection of his compassion for living creatures, while others believe it was simply a matter of practicality. Regardless of the reason, his approach to eating offers insights into his character, a blend of pragmatism and empathy. As the lunch hour draws to a close, Leonardo rises from the table invigorated and ready to tackle the afternoon's challenges. The meal, though simple, has provided him with the sustenance he needs to continue his creative pursuits. You might feel a sense of satisfaction knowing that even the greatest minds recognize the importance of taking time to nourish the body. As you prepare to follow Leonardo into the next phase of his day, take a moment to reflect on your own relationship with food. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his approach, transforming your meals into opportunities for mindfulness and connection. After all, as Leonardo shows us, even the simplest acts can be imbued with a sense of purpose and appreciation. With the afternoon sun casting long shadows across the city, you prepare to accompany Leonardo back to his studio, eager to see how the rest of the day unfolds. But for now, take a moment to savor the experience of lunch in the company of one of history's most fascinating figures, a reminder that even in the midst of greatness, there is always time to pause and reflect. As the sun begins its descent, the afternoon finds Leonardo returning to his studio, ready to immerse himself once more in the art that defines his legacy. This is the time when he directs his formidable focus towards the canvas, a space where the tangible and the imagined intertwine in a dance of color and form. You step quietly into the studio, sensing the shift from the lively buzz of lunchtime conversation to the serene concentration that now fills the room. Leonardo approaches his work with a renewed vigor, his mind still teeming with ideas from the morning's discussions. As he stands before a canvas, you can almost feel the anticipation in the air, a moment pregnant with possibility. His palette is a symphony of colors, each hue carefully chosen to convey the nuances of light and shadow that he so expertly captures. One of the defining features of Leonardo's artistry is his meticulous attention to detail. As you watch him paint, you notice how each stroke is deliberate, each layer of paint applied with a precision that borders on the obsessive. It's a practice that underscores his belief that art is not merely about replicating reality, but about capturing the essence of a subject. You might smile imagining Leonardo as the original perfectionist, his quest for excellence, a guiding force in his work. Among the mainstream historical facts about Leonardo's painting technique is his use of the sfumato effect, which creates a soft, gradual transition between colors. This technique, famously employed in the Mona Lisa, imparts a lifelike quality to his portraits, capturing the subtle play of light across a subject's features. As you observe, you're struck by the mastery required to achieve such a delicate balance, a testament to Leonardo's unparalleled skill. Beyond the technical aspects of his work, Leonardo's paintings are infused with a sense of narrative, each one telling a story that invites the viewer to engage with more than just the surface. His art is a window into the human experience, capturing moments of emotion, introspection, and connection. It's a quality that transcends time, resonating with audiences centuries after the paint has dried. As you continue to watch, you notice how Leonardo often steps back from the canvas, assessing his progress with a critical eye. It's a moment of reflection where he evaluates the composition and considers the impact of each element. You might chuckle at the thought of him holding an imaginary frame up to his work, gauging the balance and harmony of the scene. For Leonardo, painting is as much about intuition as it is about technique, a delicate dance between precision and creativity. In the midst of his own work, Leonardo takes time to offer guidance to his apprentices who are busy on their own projects. He moves between canvases, offering advice and encouragement, his presence a reassuring anchor in the studio's creative ebb and flow. It's a scene that embodies the spirit of collaboration, a reminder that art is not just a solitary pursuit, but a shared journey of discovery. One quirky tidbit about Leonardo's artistic process is his occasional use of unconventional materials such as egg yolk or natural pigments to achieve specific effects. Imagine him experimenting with these ingredients, a Renaissance alchemist concocting a visual elixir. It's a practice that highlights his willingness to innovate, to push the boundaries of what's possible in pursuit of his vision. As the afternoon light begins to fade, Leonardo sets down his brush, content with the day's progress. The studio, once a flurry of activity, now rests in quiet anticipation of the next session. It's a space that bears witness to the interplay of creativity and discipline, a testament to the enduring power of art to capture the human spirit. As you prepare to leave the studio and follow Leonardo into the evening, take a moment to reflect on the significance of art in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his dedication, embracing your own creative pursuits with renewed passion. After all, as Leonardo shows us, art is not just a profession, but a way of seeing the world, a lens through which we can explore the depths of our imagination and connect with the essence of what it means to be human. As the afternoon begins to wane, Leonardo prepares for a different kind of engagement, his encounters with patrons. These interactions are crucial not only for securing financial support for his projects, but also for cultivating relationships that often inspire new ideas and opportunities. You accompany him as he steps out of the studio, leaving behind the world of paint and canvas for the bustling streets of Florence. Leonardo's patrons are a diverse group ranging from wealthy merchants to influential members of the nobility. Today he's scheduled to meet with one of his most important supporters, someone whose backing is critical for his artistic and scientific endeavors. It's a meeting that requires both diplomacy and charm, qualities that Leonardo possesses in abundance. As you walk with him through the city, you notice how he pauses, occasionally greeting acquaintances and acknowledging the familiar faces he encounters. It's a reminder that Leonardo is not just a solitary genius, but a man of the world deeply connected to the society in which he lives. His interactions are warm and genuine, a testament to his ability to navigate the complex social landscape of Renaissance Florence. Arriving at the patron's palazzo, Leonardo is ushered into a grand room adorned with luxurious tapestries and opulent furnishings. The atmosphere is one of elegance and power, a fitting backdrop for the discussions that will follow. As you observe, you can almost hear the polite exchanges, the subtle negotiations that take place as Leonardo presents his latest projects and ideas. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo's relationship with his patrons is his work for Ludovico Sforza, the Duke of Milan. Under Sforza's patronage, Leonardo created some of his most famous works, including The Last Supper. This relationship highlights the importance of patronage in Leonardo's career, providing him with the resources and support needed to pursue his ambitious projects. Beyond the business aspects of these meetings, Leonardo's encounters with patrons often serve as a source of inspiration. The conversations range from art and science to philosophy and politics, each topic a catalyst for new ideas. You might chuckle imagining Leonardo as a Renaissance-era networker, skillfully weaving connections that would make even the savviest modern entrepreneur proud. In addition to discussing current projects, Leonardo often uses these meetings to explore potential collaborations. He's constantly on the lookout for ways to integrate different disciplines, whether it's incorporating scientific principles into art or finding artistic expression in scientific endeavors. It's a holistic approach that reflects his belief in the interconnectedness of knowledge, a philosophy that continues to influence thinkers today. As the meeting progresses, you notice how Leonardo's charisma and passion for his work captivate his audience. His enthusiasm is contagious, drawing others into his vision and inspiring them to invest in his ideas. It's a quality that transcends time, reminding you of the power of passion and authenticity in any field. One quirky tidbit about Leonardo's interactions with patrons is his penchant for presenting them with small gifts, often sketches or miniature inventions. Imagine him offering a finely detailed drawing or a cleverly designed mechanical toy, each one a token of his appreciation and a testament to his creativity. It's a gesture that adds a personal touch to his professional relationships, fostering goodwill and mutual respect. As the meeting concludes, Leonardo departs with a renewed sense of purpose, buoyed by the support and encouragement of his patrons. The streets of Florence welcome him back, their vibrant energy, a stark contrast to the quiet elegance of the palazzo. You can almost feel the creative wheels turning in his mind, each interaction a spark that fuels his imagination. As you prepare to follow Leonardo into the evening, consider the role of relationships in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his ability to connect with others, seeking opportunities to collaborate and share your own passions. After all, as Leonardo's encounters with patrons show us, the path to greatness is often paved with the support and encouragement of others. With the sun setting on the horizon, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson, you ready yourself for the next chapter in Leonardo's day. But for now, take a moment to reflect on the power of partnership and the endless possibilities that arise when ideas and passions converge. As the afternoon fades into the gentle embrace of evening, Leonardo takes a break from his studio and patron meetings to indulge in one of his favorite pastimes, an afternoon stroll. These walks through the vibrant streets and serene landscapes of Florence are more than just a chance to stretch his legs. They are an integral part of his creative process, a time for reflection and observation. Imagine accompanying Leonardo as he steps out into the bustling streets, the city alive with the sounds of merchants closing their stalls and children playing in the fading light. The air is filled with the scent of fresh bread from a nearby bakery, mingling with the earthy aroma of the cobblestones, still warm from the day's sun. It's a sensory feast that Leonardo savors, his keen eyes taking in every detail. As you walk alongside him, you notice how Leonardo's pace is unhurried, his gaze attentive to the world around him. He pauses frequently, captivated by the play of light on a building's facade or the intricate patterns of a leaf. It's a practice that underscores his belief in the power of observation, a skill he considers essential for both art and science. You might chuckle imagining him as the original urban sketcher, capturing moments of beauty in the everyday. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo is his meticulous study of nature, which informed much of his work. His sketches of plants, animals, and landscapes are renowned for their accuracy and detail, reflecting his deep appreciation for the natural world. These observations not only enhanced his art, but also contributed to his scientific inquiries, making him a pioneer in fields as diverse as botany and geology. During these strolls, Leonardo often ventures beyond the city's bustling heart to the quieter outskirts where nature's beauty unfolds in all its glory. Imagine the rustle of leaves underfoot as you wander through a grove of trees, the dappled sunlight creating a tapestry of shadows on the ground. It's a scene that invites contemplation, a chance for Leonardo to clear his mind and find inspiration in the simplicity of nature. One quirky tidbit about Leonardo's walks is his fascination with flight. He's known to have observed birds in flight, studying their movements and anatomy with the hope of unlocking the secrets of human flight. You can almost see him gazing skyward, his imagination soaring alongside the birds, each observation a stepping stone toward his designs for flying machines. As you continue the walk, you might engage in conversation with Leonardo, discussing everything from the latest philosophical debates to the intricacies of art and science. His curiosity is infectious, his passion for knowledge matched only by his willingness to share it. It's a reminder of the power of dialogue, the way a simple conversation can spark new ideas and deepen understanding. Historians still argue whether Leonardo's walks were purely for relaxation or if they served a more deliberate purpose in his creative process. Some suggest that these strolls were a form of meditation, a chance for him to recharge and refocus. Regardless of the intent, the practice offers insights into his character, a blend of introspection and exploration. As the evening shadows lengthen, Leonardo's stroll comes to an end. The city is bathed in the soft glow of twilight, a time when the world seems to hold its breath, poised between day and night. You can almost feel the calm settle over him, a sense of peace that comes from connecting with the world in its most natural state. As you prepare to follow Leonardo back to the studio, or perhaps to an evening gathering, take a moment to reflect on the role of nature and observation in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his example, taking time to explore your surroundings and discover the beauty in the world around you. After all, as Leonardo shows us, the greatest insights often come not from the confines of a studio, but from the simple act of noticing the world with fresh eyes. With the twilight deepening into night, you ready yourself for the next chapter in Leonardo's day, eager to see where his journey will lead. But for now, take a moment to savor the tranquility of the evening, a reminder that even in the midst of life's hustle and bustle, there is always time to pause and appreciate the wonder of the world. As night begins to settle over Florence, Leonardo transitions from the tranquil peace of his afternoon stroll to the quiet intensity of evening study. This is a sacred time for him, a period of solitude and focus, where the distractions of the day fade away, allowing him to delve deeply into the subjects that fascinate him most. You follow him back to his quarters where the familiar scent of parchment and ink greets you. The evening finds Leonardo surrounded by his beloved books and notebooks, a veritable treasure trove of knowledge and inspiration. These texts, ranging from ancient classics to contemporary treatises, are his constant companions, each one a portal to a different world of ideas. You can almost feel the weight of history in the room, the accumulated wisdom of generations laid out before him. Leonardo's studies are as varied as his interests, encompassing fields as diverse as anatomy, engineering, mathematics, and philosophy. Imagine him seated at a sturdy wooden desk, the flickering candlelight casting dancing shadows as he pores over a manuscript. His focus is unwavering, his mind a sponge, soaking up information that he will later weave into his own groundbreaking work. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo is his extensive study of anatomy, which was unparalleled for his time. His dissections of both human and animal bodies led to detailed anatomical drawings that were both scientifically accurate and artistically stunning. These studies not only informed his art, but also contributed to the scientific understanding of the human body, laying the groundwork for future discoveries. As you observe, you notice Leonardo pausing occasionally to jot down notes or sketch a quick diagram, capturing the insights that emerge from his reading. It's a practice that underscores his belief as a power of documentation. The idea that writing down one's thoughts is a crucial part of the learning process. You might chuckle at the thought of him wielding a modern smartphone, his notes and sketches digitized for posterity. Beyond the confines of his personal study, Leonardo often engages in correspondence with other scholars, exchanging ideas and debating theories. These letters are a lifeline to a broader intellectual community, a reminder that even a mind as brilliant as his benefits from the insights of others. It's a dynamic that resonates with today's emphasis on networking and collaboration, the idea that knowledge grows when shared. One quirky tidbit about Leonardo's evening studies is his penchant for writing in mirror script, a habit that has puzzled scholars for centuries. Some suggest it was a form of code to protect his ideas, while others believe it was simply more comfortable for a left-handed writer. Either way, it adds an element of mystery to his notebooks, a glimpse into the mind of a man who saw the world from a unique perspective. Historians still argue whether Leonardo's thirst for knowledge was driven by a desire for practical application or a more abstract quest for understanding. Perhaps it was a combination of both, a testament to his belief that knowledge is its own reward, a means of enriching the human experience. As the evening deepens, Leonardo sets aside his book, satisfied with the night's exploration. The room is silent save for the soft rustle of pages and the gentle crackle of the candle's flame. It's a moment of reflection, a chance for him to synthesize the day's insights and prepare for the creative endeavors that await. As you prepare to leave Leonardo to his thoughts and follow him into the night's closing rituals, take a moment to reflect on the role of study and reflection in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his example, dedicating time to explore new ideas and expand your horizons. After all, as Leonardo shows us, the pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong journey, one that enriches the mind and nourishes the soul. With the candle burning low and the city settling into quiet slumber, you ready yourself for the next phase of Leonardo's day. But for now, take a moment to savor the stillness of the night, a reminder that even in the midst of life's chaos, there is always time for contemplation and discovery. As the night deepens and the city of Florence slips into a gentle hush, Leonardo's attention turns to one of his most profound pursuits, the study of anatomy. This is not merely an academic exercise for him, but a deeply personal exploration, one that bridges the gap between art and science, offering insights into the very essence of life itself. Imagine yourself in a quiet chamber, the flickering glow of candlelight illuminating a workspace that is both clinical and creative. Here, Leonardo engages in the meticulous study of the human form, a pursuit that has captivated him for years. His workspace is an intriguing blend of the artist's studio and the scientist's laboratory, where sketches and anatomical diagrams coexist with medical texts and dissecting tools. Leonardo's approach to anatomy is driven by an insatiable curiosity about the human body's inner workings. As you observe, you watch him examine a series of detailed anatomical drawings, his eyes tracing the contours of muscle and bone with the precision of a surgeon. These drawings are more than just illustrations. They are works of art that capture the beauty and complexity of the human form. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo's anatomical studies is that he performed numerous dissections, both human and animal, to gain a deeper understanding of physiology. His work was groundbreaking, revealing insights into the circulatory system and muscle structure that were far ahead of his time. These studies were not just academic pursuits, but informed his artwork, allowing him to depict the human body with unparalleled accuracy and realism. As you delve deeper into Leonardo's anatomical studies, you notice his fascination with the mechanics of movement and expression. He is particularly interested in how the muscles and tendons work in harmony to produce motion, a subject that informs both his art and his scientific inquiries. It's a practice that underscores his belief in the interconnectedness of all things, the idea that understanding one aspect of the world can illuminate another. One quirky tidbit about Leonardo's anatomical explorations is his interest in the human face and its ability to convey emotion. He was known to have studied the facial muscles extensively, capturing expressions of joy, sorrow, and contemplation in his detailed sketches. Imagine him observing the subtle play of emotion across a face, each line and wrinkle a testament to the complexity of human experience. Historians still argue whether Leonardo's dissections were solely for artistic purposes or if they reflected a deeper scientific ambition. Some suggest that his work was an early form of medical research, while others view it as a quest to perfect his artistic techniques. Regardless of the motive, the impact of his studies is undeniable, laying the groundwork for future advancements in both art and medicine. As the night wears on, you watch Leonardo pause to document his observations, capturing each insight in his characteristic mirror script. It's a moment of reflection where he synthesizes his findings and considers their implications for his broader work. You might chuckle at the thought of him puzzling over the mysteries of the human body, each discovery a piece of the intricate puzzle he seeks to solve. With the hour growing late, Leonardo sets aside his tools, the night's study drawing to a close. The room once filled with the quiet intensity of exploration now rests in peaceful silence. It's a space that bears witness to the tireless pursuit of knowledge, a reminder of the power of curiosity to drive human progress. As you prepare to leave the chamber and follow Leonardo into the final rituals of the night, take a moment to reflect on the role of curiosity and exploration in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his example embracing the unknown and seeking to understand the world in deeper, more meaningful ways. After all, as Leonardo shows us, the quest for knowledge is not just a journey of the mind, but a journey of the spirit, one that enriches our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. With the night deepening and the promise of a new day on the horizon, you ready yourself for the next chapter in Leonardo's life. But for now, take a moment to savor the quietude of the evening, a reminder that even in the midst of life's complexities, there is always time for introspection and discovery. As the night settles in enveloping Florence in a gentle embrace, Leonardo transitions from his solitary studies to the more social aspects of his evening. This is a time when he often entertains guests, engaging in lively discussions that range from the latest artistic trends to philosophical musings. You find yourself in the midst of a gathering, the room alive with the hum of conversation and the clink of glasses. Leonardo's home is a welcoming space filled with warmth and character. The walls are adorned with sketches and paintings, each one a testament to his artistic prowess. The atmosphere is convivial, a blend of intellectual curiosity and camaraderie that makes you feel at ease. You can almost hear the laughter and animated dialogue as guests mingle their voices, weaving a tapestry of ideas and insights. Leonardo is a gracious host, his charisma and wit making him the center of attention. As you watch him move through the room, you notice how effortlessly he engages with each guest, drawing them into conversation with a natural ease. It's a quality that endears him to many, making him a sought-after companion in both artistic and scholarly circles. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo's social gatherings is that they often included notable figures of the time such as artists, scientists, and politicians. These gatherings were more than just social events. They were opportunities for intellectual exchange, where ideas flowed freely and collaborations were born. It's a dynamic that mirrors the spirit of the Renaissance, a period of cultural and intellectual flourishing. Among the more quirky aspects of these evenings is Leonardo's penchant for performing magic tricks and entertaining his guests with clever inventions. Imagine him unveiling a mechanical lion that roars or a musical instrument of his own design, each performance a testament to his ingenuity and love of spectacle. It's a playful side of Leonardo that adds a touch of whimsy to the evening, a reminder that even the greatest minds enjoy a bit of fun. As the evening unfolds, the conversation turns to more philosophical topics, with guests debating the nature of art, the mysteries of the universe, and the intricacies of human emotion. Leonardo, ever the philosopher, contributes his own insights, drawing on his vast knowledge and unique perspective. You might find yourself captivated by his words, each one a spark that ignites new thoughts and questions. Historians still argue whether these gatherings were purely social or if they served a more deliberate purpose in Leonardo's creative process. Some suggest that they were a source of inspiration, while others believe they were a way for him to unwind and recharge. Regardless of the motive, the impact of these evenings is undeniable, fostering a sense of community and collaboration that enrich Leonardo's work. As the night deepens, the energy in the room begins to mellow, the conversations growing more introspective. Guests linger over their drinks, savoring the warmth of the fire and the glow of candlelight. It's a moment of connection where the boundaries between individuals dissolve and a sense of shared humanity takes hold. As the gathering draws to a close, Leonardo bids farewell to his guests, his heart full from the evening's exchanges. The room, once alive with conversation, now rests in quiet contemplation, a space that bears witness to the power of dialogue and the enduring bonds of friendship. As you prepare to follow Leonardo into the final rituals of the night, take a moment to reflect on the role of social connection in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his example, embracing the opportunity to engage with others and share your own insights and passions. After all, as Leonardo's gatherings show us, the journey of discovery is not just a solitary pursuit, but a shared adventure, one that enriches both the mind and the soul. With the night fading into the promise of a new day, you ready yourself for the next chapter in Leonardo's life. But for now, take a moment to savor the warmth of the evening, a reminder that even in the midst of life's challenges, there is always time for friendship and connection. As the evening draws to a close and the last guests depart, Leonardo retreats to a quieter corner of his home where he indulges in one of his most cherished habits, maintaining his notebooks. These journals are more than just records of his thoughts. They are a reflection of his inner world, a tapestry of ideas sketches, observations, and musings that offer a glimpse into the mind of a genius. Imagine yourself in a dimly lit room, the soft glow of a lamp casting a warm circle of light over a cluttered desk. Leonardo sits quill in hand, poised to capture the fleeting ideas that dance at the edges of his consciousness. You can almost hear the gentle scratch of pen on paper as he writes in his distinctive mirror script, each line a testament to his boundless curiosity. The notebooks are filled with a dizzying array of content, from intricate anatomical drawings to detailed engineering designs. As you leaf through the pages, you marvel at the diversity of subjects, each one a testament to Leonardo's insatiable thirst for knowledge. It's a practice that underscores his belief in the power of documentation, the idea that writing down one's thoughts is a crucial part of the creative process. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo's notebooks is that they contain some of the earliest known designs for inventions, such as the helicopter, the parachute, and the armored vehicle. These sketches, though never realized in his lifetime, showcase his visionary thinking and his ability to imagine possibilities far beyond the technological capabilities of his era. Beyond the grand ideas and inventions, Leonardo's notebooks also contain more personal reflections and observations about the world around him. You might chuckle at a list of groceries or a quick sketch of a curious face glimpsed in the market's small details that add a human touch to his otherwise monumental legacy. These entries offer a glimpse of Leonardo not just as a genius, but as an individual navigating the complexities of everyday life. As you continue to explore the pages, you notice Leonardo's penchant for wordplay and puns, a playful side of his personality that emerges in the margins of his notes. It's a reminder that even the most serious pursuits can benefit from a touch of humor, a quality that endears him to us even centuries later. Historians still argue whether Leonardo intended his notebooks to be published or if they were purely personal records. Some suggest that he viewed them as a repository of his knowledge, a gift to future generations, while others believed they were simply a tool for his own use. Regardless of the intent, the impact of these notebooks is undeniable, offering insights into the mind of one of history's most fascinating figures. As the night wears on, Leonardo pauses to review his notes, reflecting on the day's discoveries and considering how they might inform his future work. It's a moment of quiet contemplation, a chance for him to synthesize his thoughts and prepare for the creative endeavors that await. With the hour growing late, Leonardo sets aside his pen, satisfied with the night's work. The room, once filled with the quiet intensity of writing, now rests in peaceful silence. It's a space that bears witness to the tireless pursuit of knowledge, a reminder of the power of curiosity to drive human progress. As you prepare to leave Leonardo to his thoughts and follow him into the final rituals of the night, take a moment to reflect on the role of journaling and documentation in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his example, dedicating time to capture your own ideas and insights. After all, as Leonardo shows us, the simple act of writing can be a powerful tool for exploration, reflection, and connection. With the night deepening and the promise of a new day on the horizon, you ready yourself for the next chapter in Leonardo's life. But for now, take a moment to savor the stillness of the evening, a reminder that even in the midst of life's chaos, there is always time for introspection and discovery. As the quiet of the night envelops Florence, Leonardo turns his attention to the final meal of the day, dinner. In a world where every moment is an opportunity for exploration, even this simple act becomes a canvas for creativity and reflection. You find yourself seated at a table with Da Vinci, ready to experience another facet of his extraordinary life. Dinner in Leonardo's home is a modest affair, yet it is imbued with a sense of purpose and appreciation. Imagine a table set with simple fare, perhaps a hearty soup, freshly baked bread, and a variety of seasonal vegetables. The air is rich with the comforting aroma of herbs and spices, a reminder of the culinary traditions that have nourished generations. It's a meal that might make you appreciate the art of cooking as much as the art of painting. Leonardo's approach to dinner is deliberate, reflecting his belief in balance and moderation. While the specifics of his diet remain a subject of speculation, it's likely that his meals were straightforward yet wholesome, emphasizing fresh, locally sourced ingredients. You might smile picturing Leonardo as an early advocate for farm-to-table dining, long before it became a modern culinary trend. As you dine, you notice how Leonardo savors each bite, eating with a mindfulness that transforms the meal into a moment of meditation. It's a practice that encourages you to slow down and truly appreciate your own meals, finding joy in this simple act of nourishment. You might chuckle at the thought of him critiquing today's fast food culture, advocating instead for the art of mindful eating. Dinner is also a time for conversation and connection, a chance for Leonardo to engage with those around him. Whether it's a lively debate with guests or a quiet reflection with close companions, these interactions add depth to the meal, transforming it into a shared experience. You can almost hear the animated discussions, each voice contributing to a tapestry of ideas and insights. One quirky tidbit about Leonardo's dining habits is his alleged fondness for experimenting with food combinations, a precursor to the culinary fusions we see today. Imagine him pondering the flavor profiles of different ingredients, his culinary curiosity mirroring his artistic experimentation. It's a reminder that creativity knows no bounds, extending even to the realm of gastronomy. During dinner, Leonardo often shares stories and insights gleaned from his studies and experiences. These tales, whether about art, science, or philosophy, serve as both entertainment and inspiration, sparking new thoughts and questions. You might find yourself captivated by his words, each one a spark that ignites the imagination. Historians still argue whether Leonardo's dietary choices were influenced by health considerations or ethical beliefs. Some suggest that his preference for plant-based foods was a reflection of his compassion for living creatures, while others believe it was simply a matter of practicality. Regardless of the reason, his approach to eating offers insights into his character, a blend of pragmatism and empathy. As the meal draws to a close, Leonardo takes a moment to reflect on the day, considering the insights and discoveries that have emerged. It's a moment of gratitude, a chance to appreciate the richness of life and the opportunities it presents. You might feel a sense of satisfaction knowing that even the greatest minds recognize the importance of taking time to nourish the body and soul. As you prepare to follow Leonardo into the final rituals of the night, take a moment to reflect on the role of food and community in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his approach, transforming your meals into opportunities for mindfulness and connection. After all, as Leonardo shows us, even the simplest acts can be imbued with a sense of purpose and appreciation. With the night deepening and the promise of a new day on the horizon, you ready yourself for the next chapter in Leonardo's life. But for now, take a moment to savor the warmth of the evening, a reminder that even in the midst of life's challenges, there is always time for nourishment and connection. As the evening winds down, Leonardo often indulges in one of his most cherished forms of relaxation music. This is a time when the genius of the Renaissance expresses itself through melody and rhythm, offering a glimpse into a side of Leonardo that is both passionate and serene. You find yourself in a cozy room surrounded by the gentle hum of anticipation as instruments are prepared for a night of musical delight. Leonardo's love for music is well documented, and he is known to be a skilled musician himself, proficient with the lyre. Imagine the soft, silvery notes rising and falling, each one a delicate thread weaving through the fabric of the evening. The room is transformed by the music, its very air seeming to vibrate with the resonance of strings plucked with precision and feeling. Music is more than just entertainment for Leonardo. It is an integral part of his life, a source of inspiration and reflection. As you watch him play, you notice the way he becomes one with the instrument, his fingers moving with a grace and fluidity that mirrors his approach to art. It's a reminder that creativity knows no boundaries, that the same passion that fuels his painting and inventions is present in his music. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo is his reputation as an accomplished musician, often performing at the courts of his patrons. Music was not only a personal passion, but also a means of connecting with others, of sharing his artistic vision in a different form. You might imagine him in a grand hall, the audience captivated by the harmony and emotion in his compositions. Leonardo's musical evenings often include friends and fellow musicians, transforming the gathering into a collaborative celebration of sound. You can almost hear the layers of melody and harmony as voices and instruments join in, each participant bringing their own unique style to the performance. It's a scene that embodies the spirit of collaboration, a reminder that even the most solitary of pursuits can be enriched by the contributions of others. Among the more quirky aspects of Leonardo's musical evenings is his interest in creating new instruments. His notebooks contain sketches of innovative designs that explore the possibilities of sound, showcasing his endless curiosity and willingness to experiment. Imagine him tinkering with these ideas, the inventor's mind ever at work, even in moments of leisure. As the night deepens, the music takes on a more introspective tone, the notes softer and more contemplative. It's a moment of reflection where the boundaries between music and meditation blur, allowing thoughts to drift and settle. You find yourself drawn into this serene atmosphere, the music wrapping around you like a gentle embrace. Historians still argue about the role of music in Leonardo's creative process. Some suggest that it was a source of inspiration, a way for him to explore rhythm and pattern, while others view it as a form of relaxation, a respite from the demands of his work. Regardless of its function, the impact of music on his life is undeniable, offering a glimpse into the heart of a man who saw the world through a lens of harmony and beauty. As the final notes linger in the air, Leonardo sets down his lyre, the night's performance drawing to a close. The room once filled with the vibrant energy of sound now rests in peaceful silence. It's a space that bears witness to the transformative power of music, a testament to its ability to connect us to ourselves and each other. As you prepare to follow Leonardo into the final moments of the night, take a moment to reflect on the role of music and creativity in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his example, embracing your own musical pursuits, or simply taking time to listen and appreciate the beauty of sound. After all, as Leonardo shows us, music is not just an art form, but a way of experiencing the world, a melody that echoes through time, touching the soul and inspiring the imagination. With the night deepening and the promise of a new day on the horizon, you ready yourself for the next chapter in Leonardo's life. But for now, take a moment to savor the harmony of the evening, a reminder that even in the midst of life's challenges, there is always time for music and reflection. As the night deepens, Leonardo's creative spirit remains undiminished, finding new avenues for expression under the moonlit sky. This is the time when his mind turns to invention once more, a nocturnal exploration of ideas and possibilities that might seem fantastical to others but are entirely feasible to him. You find yourself back in his study where the quiet hum of the night is punctuated by the soft rustle of paper and the occasional clink of metal. Leonardo's late-night inventions are a testament to his relentless curiosity and boundless imagination. These sessions are filled with sketches and models, each one a step towards solving a problem or fulfilling a vision. Imagine him hunched over his desk, the flickering candlelight casting long shadows as he brings his ideas to life on the page. It's a scene that might remind you of countless inventors working tirelessly in garages and workshops driven by the same passion for discovery. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo's inventions is that many of his designs were centuries ahead of their time. His notebooks contain sketches of concepts like the helicopter, the submarine, and various mechanical devices that would not be realized until much later. These designs showcase his ability to think beyond the constraints of his era, envisioning a future shaped by innovation and technology. As you watch, you notice Leonardo's fascination with the mechanics of flight. His studies of bird anatomy and flight patterns inform his designs for flying machines, each one an attempt to capture the freedom and grace of the avian world. You might chuckle imagining him as a Renaissance-era Wright brother dreaming of soaring through the skies long before it became a reality. Among the more quirky entries in his notebooks are designs for whimsical machines such as an automated roasting spit powered by hot air, or a mechanical knight capable of movement. These inventions, though seemingly impractical, reflect Leonardo's playful side and his willingness to explore the boundaries of what is possible. It's a reminder that the pursuit of knowledge is not just about practicality, but also about the joy of discovery. Historians still argue whether Leonardo's inventions were meant to be practical solutions or if they were primarily exercises in creativity and imagination. Some suggest that they were prototypes for future innovations, while others view them as expressions of his artistic vision. Regardless of their intended purpose, the impact of these designs is undeniable, inspiring generations of inventors and engineers. As the night progresses, Leonardo pauses to test a small model, observing how it moves and functions. It's a moment of experimentation where theory meets practice, and the potential of an idea is put to the test. You might find yourself holding your breath, waiting to see if the model will perform as expected, a testament to the excitement and uncertainty inherent in the creative process. With the hour growing late, Leonardo sets aside his tools, the night's work drawing to a close. The room once filled with the quiet intensity of invention now rests in peaceful silence. It's a space that bears witness to the power of imagination, a reminder that even the most fantastical ideas can hold the seeds of future reality. As you prepare to leave Leonardo to his thoughts and follow him into the final moments of the night, take a moment to reflect on the role of creativity and innovation in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his example, daring to dream a little bigger and explore the boundaries of your own imagination. After all, as Leonardo shows us, the world is full of possibilities waiting to be discovered, a playground for those with the courage to envision a different future. With the night deepening and the promise of a new day on the horizon, you ready yourself for the next chapter in Leonardo's life. But for now, take a moment to savor the stillness of the evening, a reminder that even in the midst of life's challenges, there is always time for invention and exploration. As the night stretches on, Leonardo retreats into the quieter realms of his mind, engaging in philosophical musings that serve as both a conclusion to the day and a preparation for the next. This is a time of introspection where thoughts unfurl in the silence, illuminated by the soft glow of a candle. You find yourself in the comforting solitude of his study, where the weight of the world seems to fall away, leaving only the purity of thought. Leonardo's philosophical reflections are as diverse and profound as his artistic and scientific endeavors. Imagine him seated comfortably surrounded by books and papers as he contemplates the nature of existence, the mysteries of the universe, and the intricacies of the human soul. His musings are not bound by the conventions of the time, but are instead a free exploration of the questions that have intrigued thinkers for centuries. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo's philosophical interests is his exploration of the relationship between art and nature. He believed that art was a reflection of the natural world, a way to capture its beauty and complexity. This belief informed not only his paintings but also his scientific studies as he sought to understand the underlying principles that govern the world around us. As you listen to Leonardo's thoughts, you notice how his philosophy is deeply intertwined with his work. He views creativity as a fundamental aspect of the human experience, a means of connecting with the divine and expressing the transcendent. For Leonardo, art and science are not separate disciplines, but two sides of the same coin, each one enriching and informing the other. Among the more quirky aspects of Leonardo's philosophical musings is his fascination with the concept of time. He often pondered its passage and its impact on human life, exploring ideas that would later become central to philosophical discourse. Imagine him considering the fleeting nature of existence, each moment a precious opportunity to learn, create, and connect. Historians still argue whether Leonardo's philosophical reflections were primarily personal or if he intended them to be shared with a wider audience. Some suggest that his writings were a way for him to process his thoughts and experiences, while others believe they were meant to inspire others to think more deeply about the world. Regardless of their intended purpose, these musings offer a glimpse into the mind of a man who saw the world through a lens of wonder and curiosity. As the night deepens, Leonardo's reflections take on a more meditative quality, the boundaries between thought and dream beginning to blur. It's a moment of quiet contemplation where the complexities of the day give way to the simplicity of the present. You might find yourself drawn into this serene atmosphere, the night's stillness a balm for the soul. With the hour growing late, Leonardo closes his notebook, the night's reflections drawing to a close. The room once filled with the gentle hum of thought now rests in peaceful silence. It's a space that bears witness to the power of introspection, a reminder that even in the midst of life's challenges, there is always time for reflection and renewal. As you prepare to leave Leonardo to his thoughts and follow him into the final moments of the night, take a moment to reflect on the role of philosophy and introspection in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his example, embracing the opportunity to explore your own thoughts and beliefs. After all, as Leonardo shows us, the journey of discovery is not just about understanding the world, but also about understanding ourselves. With the night deepening and the promise of a new day on the horizon, you ready yourself for the next chapter in Leonardo's life. But for now, take a moment to savor the stillness of the evening, a reminder that even in the midst of life's complexities, there is always time for introspection and discovery. As Leonardo's day draws to a close, he turns his thoughts to the mysterious realm of dreams. This is a time when the boundaries between reality and imagination blur, and the subconscious mind takes center stage. You find yourself in the quietude of Leonardo's chamber, where the flickering candlelight dances across the walls, casting playful shadows that seem to echo the world of dreams yet to come. Leonardo's fascination with dreams is well documented, reflecting his belief in their potential to inspire and enlighten. For him, dreams are not mere flights of fancy, but gateways to deeper understanding, offering insights into the mind's hidden recesses. Imagine him pondering the symbolism of a particular dream, each image and emotion, a clue to unraveling the mysteries of the psyche. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo is his interest in the intersection of dreams and creativity. He believed that the subconscious mind was a wellspring of inspiration, capable of generating ideas and solutions that elude the waking mind. This belief informed much of his work as he sought to harness the power of dreams in his artistic and scientific pursuits. As you watch Leonardo prepare for sleep, you notice how he reflects on the events of the day, considering how they might influence his dreams. It's a practice that underscores his belief in the interconnectedness of experience and imagination. The idea that the mind's wanderings are shaped by the world around us. You might chuckle at the thought of Leonardo keeping a dream journal, his nocturnal adventures, recorded alongside his daily observations. Among the more quirky aspects of Leonardo's interest in dreams is his experimentation with techniques to induce lucid dreaming. He was known to explore methods for enhancing dream recall and awareness, viewing them as tools for personal growth and creative exploration. Imagine him drifting off to sleep with a sense of anticipation, eager to see what the night's dreams might reveal. Historians still argue about the extent to which Leonardo's dreams influenced his work. Some suggest that his vivid imagination was fueled by his nocturnal visions, while others believe that his dreams were simply one of many sources of inspiration. Regardless of their role, the impact of dreams on his life is undeniable, offering a glimpse into the mind of a man who saw the world through a lens of wonder and possibility. As the night deepens, you watch Leonardo drift into slumber, his breathing steady and calm. It's a moment of peace where the day's challenges fade away, leaving only the quiet promise of dreams. You might find yourself lulled by the gentle rhythm of his breath, the night stillness a balm for the soul. With the hour growing late, the room settles into silence, the only sound the soft rustle of the night breeze through the window. It's a space that bears witness to the power of dreams, a reminder that even in the midst of life's complexities, there is always time for exploration and discovery. As you prepare to leave Leonardo to his dreams and follow him into the final moments of the night, take a moment to reflect on the role of dreams in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his example, embracing the opportunity to explore your own subconscious mind and the insights it offers. After all, as Leonardo shows us, the journey of discovery is not just about what we see in the waking world, but also about what we uncover in the hidden depths of our imagination. With the night's embrace drawing to a close and the promise of a new day on the horizon, you ready yourself for the next chapter in Leonardo's life. But for now, take a moment to savor the stillness of the evening, a reminder that even in the midst of life's complexities, there is always time for dreams and reflection. As the night deepens and the world outside Leonardo's window falls into a quiet slumber, he begins to prepare for rest, a ritual that signals the closing chapter of his day. This is a time of winding down where the bustle and creativity of the day give way to the tranquility of the night. You find yourself in Leonardo's bedroom, a space that, like the man himself, is both simple and profound. Leonardo's nightly rituals are as thoughtful and intentional as every other aspect of his life. Imagine him moving about his room, the soft glow of candlelight highlighting the contours of his face as he prepares for sleep. His movements are unhurried, each action a step toward relinquishing the day's concerns and inviting the calm of night. The room is modest, its furnishings reflecting Leonardo's appreciation for simplicity and functionality. A wooden bed, a small table, and a chair are the only pieces of furniture, each one chosen for its utility rather than ornamentation. You might smile imagining Leonardo's minimalist approach to decor as a precursor to modern trends where less is often more. As you watch him prepare for bed, you notice how Leonardo takes a moment to reflect on today, considering the successes and challenges he encountered. It's a practice that underscores his belief in the importance of reflection, the idea that each day is an opportunity for growth and learning. You might chuckle at the thought of him jotting down a few final notes in a journal, capturing the day's lessons alongside his sketches and observations. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo is his adherence to a polyphasic sleep schedule, a practice that involved taking multiple short naps throughout the day and night. This approach allowed him to maximize his waking hours, providing more time for his myriad pursuits. It's a concept that has intrigued sleep researchers and productivity enthusiasts, alike offering insights into the potential benefits of unconventional sleep patterns. Among the more quirky aspects of Leonardo's nightly routine is his interest in the science of sleep. He was known to study the effects of different sleep patterns on the body and mind, viewing rest as an integral part of the creative process. Imagine him pondering the mechanics of sleep, each observation a stepping stone toward understanding the mysteries of the human mind. Historians still argue about the effectiveness of Leonardo's sleep schedule, with some suggesting that it contributed to his prodigious output, while others believe it may have taken a toll on his health. Regardless of its impact, the practice offers a glimpse into the mind of a man who was willing to experiment with every aspect of his life in pursuit of excellence. As the night wears on, you watch Leonardo settle into bed, his mind finally at rest. The room is enveloped in silence, the only sound the soft rustle of sheets as he closes his eyes. It's a moment of peace where the day's challenges fade away, leaving only the quiet promise of dreams. With the hour growing late, the room rests in peaceful silence, a space that bears witness to the power of rest and renewal. It's a reminder that even the greatest minds recognize the importance of taking time to recharge, to find balance in the rhythm of life. As you prepare to leave Leonardo to his rest and follow him into the final moments of the night, take a moment to reflect on the role of rest and relaxation in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his example, embracing the opportunity to explore new ways of nurturing both body and mind. After all, as Leonardo shows us, the journey of discovery is not just about what we do, but also about how we wrest a balance that enriches both the mind and the soul. With the night's embrace drawing to a close and the promise of a new day on the horizon, you ready yourself for the next chapter in Leonardo's life. But for now, take a moment to savor the stillness of the evening, a reminder that even in the midst of life's challenges, there is always time for rest and reflection. As the first light of dawn begins to paint the horizon, Leonardo awakens from his slumber, greeted by the soft, pale glow of a new day. This is a moment of transition where the dreams of the night give way to the possibilities of the morning. You find yourself once again in his modest chamber, watching as he prepares to embark on another day, filled with discovery and creation. Leonardo's morning routine, though simple, is a testament to his belief in the power of habit and intention. Imagine him rising from his wooden bed, the cool morning air, invigorating his senses as he stretches and takes a moment to center himself. It's a practice that might remind you of modern mindfulness techniques, a way to greet the day with clarity and focus. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo is his dedication to personal discipline, a trait that allowed him to balance his many interests and responsibilities. His routine is structured yet flexible, designed to accommodate the ebb and flow of creative inspiration. You might smile imagining Leonardo as the original productivity guru, his life a masterclass in time management and self-discipline. As you watch Leonardo begins his morning rituals, each action deliberate and purposeful. He washes his face with cool water, a refreshing start that awakens both body and mind. It's a simple act, yet it reflects his appreciation for the small grounding moments that set the tone for the day. You might chuckle imagining him splashing water on his face with the same precision he applies to his art, each droplet a brushstroke in the canvas of his morning. Leonardo's attire for the day is chosen with care, a reflection of his belief in the importance of presentation and practicality. His garments, though modest, are well made and suited to the task ahead, allowing for ease of movement and comfort. It's a choice that underscores his philosophy of simplicity, a reminder that true elegance lies in the balance of form and function. As he prepares for the day, Leonardo takes a moment to review his notes and plans, considering the projects and goals he wishes to pursue. It's a practice that highlights his belief in the power of intention, the idea that each day is an opportunity to move closer to one's dreams. You might find yourself inspired by his focus, the way he approaches each task with a sense of purpose and curiosity. Among the more quirky aspects of Leonardo's morning routine is his interest in the natural world, a fascination that often leads him to observe the play of light and shadow, the movement of the clouds, or the flight of birds. These observations, though seemingly incidental, inform his work, offering insights and inspiration that permeate his art and inventions. Historians still argue about the extent to which Leonardo's routine influenced his productivity and creativity. Some suggest that his disciplined approach was key to his success, while others believe that his genius was innate, a gift that transcended any structured regimen. Regardless of its impact, the routine offers a glimpse into the life of a man who embraced the rhythm of his days as a canvas for exploration and growth. As the morning unfolds, Leonardo steps into the world ready to embrace the challenges and opportunities that await. The city of Florence awakens around him, its streets alive with the sounds of merchants and the scent of fresh bread. It's a scene that invites you to pause and appreciate the beauty of the everyday, a reminder that even the most extraordinary lives are built on the foundation of simple moments. As you prepare to follow Leonardo into the next chapter of his day, take a moment to reflect on the role of routine and intention in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his example, embracing the opportunity to craft a morning ritual that grounds and inspires you. After all, as Leonardo shows us, the journey of discovery is not just about reaching a destination, but about savoring each step along the way. With the morning sun rising higher in the sky, you ready yourself for the continuation of Leonardo's day. But for now, take a moment to savor the promise of a new beginning, a reminder that each day is a gift, a chance to explore, create, and connect. As the day unfolds and Leonardo immerses himself once more in his world of art and invention, you are reminded that his daily routine is a tapestry woven with rich and varied threads. Yet despite his extraordinary accomplishments, Leonardo da Vinci remains a subject of endless fascination and debate among historians. This is a moment to step back and consider the various perspectives on his life and work as scholars continue to unravel the complexities of the man behind the legend. Leonardo's routine, as meticulously reconstructed from historical texts and his own detailed journals, offers a glimpse into the mind of a genius. Yet historians still argue about the true nature of his daily life, each interpretation colored by the lens through which it is viewed. Some see him as a disciplined polymath whose structured approach to his day was key to his success. Others portray him as a more spontaneous figure whose genius transcended the constraints of routine, allowing him to adapt to the ebb and flow of inspiration. One mainstream historical fact that has fueled these debates is Leonardo's unfinished works, which include paintings like the Adoration of the Magi and numerous incomplete inventions. These pieces reveal a man constantly in pursuit of perfection, yet also suggest a tendency to become distracted by new ideas and projects. The question remains, was Leonardo's genius a result of his prolific creativity, or was it hindered by his inability to focus on a single task? Among the more quirky elements of Leonardo's life that spark scholarly discussion is his penchant for writing in mirror script, a practice that has intrigued historians and psychologists alike. Some suggest it was a form of code to protect his ideas, while others believe it was simply more comfortable for a left-handed writer. Regardless of its purpose, this quirk adds an element of mystery to Leonardo's legacy, a reminder that even the most straightforward aspects of his life are open to interpretation. The debate over Leonardo's lifestyle extends to his relationships, both personal and professional. His interactions with patrons like Ludovico Sforza and powerful figures such as Cesare Borgia are well documented, yet the nature of these relationships remains a subject of speculation. Was Leonardo a shrewd businessman who adeptly navigated the politics of his time? Or was he driven purely by a passion for art and science, using these connections as a means to an end? Historians also ponder the impact of Leonardo's environment on his work. The vibrant cultural landscape of Renaissance Florence, with its flourishing arts and intellectual exchange, undoubtedly influenced his development. Yet scholars continue to explore the extent to which his surroundings shaped his ideas and innovations, questioning whether his genius would have blossomed in a different context. As you consider these scholarly debates, you realize that Leonardo's life is a mirror reflecting the complexities of human nature. His routine, though seemingly mundane, offers insights into the mind of a man who saw the world not as it was, but as it could be. It's a perspective that challenges us to reconsider our own routines, to question the boundaries of our creativity and the potential of our daily lives. As you prepare to continue following Leonardo through his day, take a moment to reflect on the role of interpretation and perception in your own life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in the diverse perspectives on his routine, embracing the opportunity to see your own experiences through a new lens. After all, as Leonardo's life shows us, the journey of discovery is not just about finding answers, but about asking questions that open new doors of understanding. With the afternoon sun casting its warm glow over Florence, you ready yourself for the continuation of Leonardo's day. But for now, take a moment to savor the richness of human complexity, a reminder that each life is a story, a tapestry woven with threads of history, mystery, and imagination. As Leonardo's day draws to a close, it's time to reflect on the enduring influence of his routine and the legacy he left behind. His life, woven with threads of art, science, and philosophy, continues to inspire and challenge us, offering insights into the boundless potential of human creativity. You find yourself once more in the quiet of his study, where the past and present converge in a tapestry of ideas and aspirations. Leonardo's routine, though seemingly ordinary, is a testament to his extraordinary vision and discipline. Each day was a canvas on which he painted the colors of his curiosity and imagination, blending the mundane with the magnificent. Imagine him now reflecting on the accomplishments of the day, the sketches drawn, the inventions conceived, and the conversations that sparked new ideas. His legacy is captured not only in his masterpieces, but in the way he approached life with a relentless pursuit of knowledge and a deep appreciation for the interconnectedness of all things. One mainstream historical fact about Leonardo's legacy is his influence on subsequent generations of artists and scientists. His techniques, particularly the use of sfumato and chiaroscuro, revolutionized the world of painting, while his notebooks laid the groundwork for future innovations in engineering and anatomy. His interdisciplinary approach serves as a model for modern thinkers, reminding us of the power of integrating diverse fields to fuel creativity and innovation. Among the more quirky aspects of Leonardo's influence is the cultural fascination with his enigmatic persona. From fictionalized portrayals in literature and film to conspiracy theories surrounding his works, Leonardo remains a figure of intrigue, his life a puzzle that continues to captivate our collective imagination. Imagine him observing this fascination with a knowing smile, each new interpretation a testament to his enduring impact. Historians still argue about the true nature of Leonardo's genius, with some viewing him as a product of his time, while others see him as a timeless visionary whose ideas transcend the boundaries of any single era. His routine, though rooted in the Renaissance, speaks to a universal truth about the human experience, the desire to explore, to create, and to understand. As the night deepens, Leonardo's legacy continues to unfold, each new discovery and interpretation adding to the rich tapestry of his life. His routine, a blend of discipline and spontaneity, offers a blueprint for those who seek to balance the demands of the everyday with the pursuit of their dreams. You might find yourself inspired to embrace your own routine with renewed passion and intention, seeing it not as a series of obligations, but as an opportunity for growth and exploration. With the day drawing to a close, take a moment to reflect on the lessons learned from Leonardo's life. Perhaps you'll find inspiration in his example, daring to dream a little bigger and explore the boundaries of your own potential. After all, as Leonardo shows us, the journey of discovery is not just about reaching a destination, but about savoring each step along the way. As the soft glow of candlelight flickers one last time, in Leonardo's study, you ready yourself to leave his world, carrying with you the insights and inspirations gathered from a day in the life of a true Renaissance man. But for now, take a moment to savor the richness of his legacy, a reminder that even in the midst of life's challenges, there is always time for creativity, curiosity, and connection. As the narrative gently recedes, allowing the day's adventures to settle like leaves upon the still surface of a pond, you find yourself enveloped in a soothing calm. The stories of Leonardo's life, woven with threads of art science and enduring curiosity, begin to fade softly into the background, leaving you with a sense of peace and inspiration. Imagine the quiet hush of night descending, the world outside slowing to a gentle rhythm, a lullaby of distant sounds and the soft whisper of the breeze. Let the echoes of Leonardo's footsteps guide you into your own dreams, where the boundaries between reality and imagination blur, inviting you to explore your own inner landscapes. Feel the weight of the day lift away your thoughts, drifting like clouds across a vast skylight and free. The warmth of your surroundings cradles you a cocoon of comfort and tranquility, preparing you for a restful night of dreams and renewal. Each breath becomes a gentle tide, drawing you further into relaxation. Each exhale, releasing any lingering tension. In this peaceful state, let the stories and lessons of Leonardo's life inspire your own nightly journey, a reminder that each day holds the promise of new discoveries and adventures. Embrace the quietude, the serenity of this moment, knowing that you too are part of an extraordinary tapestry woven with the threads of your own experiences and dreams.